do you think are people shifting to more like IRL meetups? Like,
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's going to be like a little gap. I think we're getting off of dating apps, but no one has really, our generation has not had to learn
yes.
how to meet people in real life. Okay, also, not to blame this on Toronto, but I really do think that Toronto isn't great at facilitating like people meeting.
No, I agree.
In bars especially. What bars do you go to?
I honestly, I think I'm like a unique case just because when I'm out late at night, like I'm doing stand up, like I'm not really out for like social hangs.
Yeah.
So I don't really have like go-to spots like that, but I think there's like so many things that go into that. Like I think one thing is just like the cost of going out here is like so expensive. Whereas like if you go out in like Europe or whatever, like you can buy a beer for like less than $5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like not saying like, you know, alcohol should be cheaper so everybody can get fucked up, but when like the barrier to like entry is like, okay, you know, how do I decide these things? And, like I've even heard from like some of my guy friends too of just like the expectation of like paying for dates and that, which like I do agree that like at least in the initial phase, like you should pay. Okay, you're spending $60 a month to like get your hoochie wax. Like you can buy me a coffee or like whatever.
You can simply do that.
Yeah,
I do get like I feel like there is probably a lot of pressure for them to. Well, everything is expensive. Like they're gonna have to pay whatever the first date cost is, which is why I believe the first date should not be dinner, like sit down dinner.
Yeah.
Get drinks or coffee or go for a walk.
I agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah. Well, and I think it's hard too because like I think we also as a generation, like you said, like don't have those skills yet. No. And like, I don't know, I think of myself as like a decently confident person, but like there's been very few times that I've actually like gone out of my way to like approach someone to like specifically with the intention of like soliciting like a date. Like that's not something that I feel. Also, even like a lot of times, like I just don't even feel safe doing that because I might see somebody across the bar and be like, yeah, that's man is like fine as hell. But like, you know, not all men, but like I've had some like really scary experiences with like men just being like weird and uncomfortable and like even like meeting up with people off of like dating apps too. Like if somebody like immediately asks me to come to their house, like
absolutely
I've done it. I have done it. And I've lived to tell the tale. But like
we're
now
alive.
that's true. I don't know how. But I think that is like I think like men don't understand that is like a really valid concern for women dating. And if you just have like a little bit of awareness around that, like I think like you'll be getting more girls if you at least have like a bit
100%.
of awareness about that. But yeah, I think it's so hard. Like the guy that I'm dating right now, him and I met on Tinder, and like that was honestly just like really random.
Yes.
Like I don't think that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like a tool, right? Like that like facilitates you like initially like meeting.
Yeah.
But also like Tinder's been the only app that I've like had success on. And by like success, like seeing people more than like a handful of times kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know what it is. And maybe it's because of all these freaking prompts on Hinge. But like for some reason, like I think it makes me think I know more about a person than I actually do.
Yeah.
Whereas like Tinder, because it has like kind of the reputation for being like slutty and like a bit hookup-y, like I already have that in my mind.
Yeah.
Whereas like I think Hinge has like more of the reputation of like relation. So I think for me, it's like I could probably manage my expectations better, but like Tinder helps me manage my expectations.
Yeah.